better, get more disciplined, in terms of not using his hands and staying down on shot fakes. But that'll come. But his physical gifts and tools, are impressive on that side of the floor, and it allows us to do some similar things that we do with Bam. It's not the same. Bam is world class, but it keeps our game somewhat, familiar.
And then Chris, second straight night to play extended minutes off the bench. What did you like about his minutes, especially there to start?
Next we have Kobe Price of the Sun Sentinel.
Hey, Spo. On a per possession basis, and I'm sure tonight will help this a lot, the team has had one of the best defensive in the league over the last 20 games. How much, we talked about this early in the season about the turnovers, how much has just simply flipping that turnover battle to the point where you guys are just winning it most of the nights helped that?
Well, that's a big part of it. We mentioned it before that it seemed like it would be a little bit counterintuitive. 3 months ago we were talking about if we could just take care of the basketball better on the offensive side, our defense would probably be 10 notches in the rankings better just from that alone. To get us out of transition, those hectic numbered advantages against us, and it also just kind of settles us mentally to be able to get our defense set. But it's also something that we've had to just significantly commit to. This is the identity of this team, this organization. It always will be. We have to be able to defend night in, night out against a league that is extremely challenging. And we're continuing to try to build that trust and consistency.
And you spoke a little bit at the beginning about taking care of the ball better, but the other flip side of that is the forcing the turnovers. Is that, I guess, what do you contribute that to? Is the simple continuity of everybody kind of knows what's supposed to be, maybe a few more traps here and there? What's really going on there?
It's all about activity for us and multiple efforts. It's not necessarily that we're trying to be the top 3 in the league and forcing turnovers, but we also don't want to be passive. So there's a sweet spot for us, and it's more about our activity numbers that we chart, which have been better the last several weeks.
Appreciate it.
Next we have Cooper Moorhead.
So watching Goran tonight, and even back in the bubble during some of those playoff games, Goran's dominating, but he was dominating in a little bit of a different way than he would have 4, 5, 6 years ago. What kind of work has he put in these last few years, especially since his knee injury a few years ago?
Yeah, he's become a world-class shooter. And a guy who can play off the ball. He still can make, all the plays that you need in pick and roll basketball. The difference, any player that plays a long time in this league, your game has to adapt, or you don't adapt. Goran has put in a great deal of time in his skill development, over the last several years. When he first came in, the book on him was to go under, on screens and give him the outside perimeter shot, but do everything you have to do to not let him in the paint. And he was a whirling dervish, probably 4 or 5 coast-to-coast drives a game and endless energy with that. He'll still get you, 1 or 2 of those when the defense isn't set or expecting it. But he's looking at a game much more, like a chessboard, and trying to exploit different weaknesses of defenses. But his shooting has improved dramatically, obviously.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Coach Erik Spoelstra, and obviously happy with this one. Our post-game media conference presented by Miami Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, the official sports medicine provider of your Miami Heat. Go where the pros go. And we'll take a break, come back, we'll have our box score and hear from Duncan Robinson on your Miami Heat Basketball Network.
Peace of mind is one of the